A second attempt has been made on the lines of security forces in Londonderry within 24 hours.
More news of violence in Ulster this afternoon, but these young men have no reaction. Every hour, the transistor radio in the Divis Flats skills training shop carries similar news. And every day, Seamus and Paddy, both aged 19, say they become more apathetic. They claim to have no hope of work. Less than a mile away from the city centre tower blocks, West Belfast is riddled with poverty areas, not all of them Catholic. An estimated 1 out of 3 people living here are Protestants. But the Catholic Divis Flats, built when the Troubles started in the late 60s, were soon to become the worst slums in Europe. At the time the British troops were welcomed to West Belfast, Seamus and Paddy were born. Nearly 20 years on, they have no hope.
So there's no hope. There's no chance of getting a job unless things change. All the violence stops, troubles.
No hope at all?
No. Can't see any change in it anyway.
What about when you left school and you couldn't get a job? I gather you may have been involved in some light crime. Was that the case? What sort of things did you do? Joyriding. Why did you joyride?
Boredom, pastime.
If you were able to have a wish granted, what would it be, do you think, in West Belfast today?
Just for everybody to be the same. No fighting. Work.
What about you?
Just the same. There was none of this trouble. People used to live together, they don't live together anymore. Protestant Catholics used to live together, and that's all just a wall between them. And they're just as bad as us.
A short distance down the Falls Road at St. Louise's Comprehensive, these 17-year-old Catholic girls live in hope.
We can't turn a blind eye to the violence going on, but we've known it all our lives, so we've learned to grow up with it. And yes, I'm happy enough living here. Although I suppose when I leave school, I would like to experience other countries and like to travel abroad a bit.
I do get depressed, but not in the sense that I can't go on. I mean, there's no point in sitting in the house and being depressed and, you know, moaning about the situation, because, I mean, it's not going to help if we just sit there and, you know, but by us coming to school, we can talk to our friends and that and get on with life and have a social life in that, and, you know, not to let it get us on top of us is the main thing.
We're all optimists here, and certainly if we sat down and said, there's never going to be any hope, you know, and be pessimistic about it, where would anybody get? I'm a Christian, and a good Christian believes that we'll gain peace through reconciliation, and yes, it will come one day.
The new generation at Divis talk freely. What do you want to do when you grow up then?
Fire brigade!
Join the fire brigade?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Cause put off fire.
Because what?
Put off fire.
Do you think it's going to be very easy to get a job?
No.
Does your dad,
Probably.
does your dad work?
No. You see?
There are plans to knock down Divis Flats and replace them with new housing. These children will be approaching their teens then, with hope that by adolescence there will be fresh hope in Ulster.